Hello and welcome back to my channel. Emily here. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I have a short video for you today, but in this card I will be using two stencils at the same time to create a fun look. So I've got a heart-shaped stencil and then this pattern. I'm not quite sure what the pattern is, and I think these stencils are from Heidi Swap, but again I'm not 100% sure on that. But I went ahead and placed that heart stencil over top of my card panel and then put some purple tape to it on the edges to hold that down, and then the designed stencil over top of that one, and then some more purple tape to hold it down. I used some post-it tape to mask off the edges of that card base so I wouldn't get ink on that outside edge of it. And then here I am using some Mermaid Lagoon Distress ink and my ink blending brush, and I am just tapping it off onto the side on that scratch piece of paper first before I come to my card panel, because I did not want it to be too dark. I wanted it to be a very subtle looking heart. And then I used some cracked pistachio on the very bottom of the heart and blended up very softly into the blue so it's very faint in the middle. So after I finished with the ink blending, I will go ahead and remove the post-it tape and the purple tape and then the stencils. And removing the stencils is always the funnest part. You get to see the magic that happened underneath. So here I will be lifting that first stencil off, and then you can see that heart and it really reveals that pattern, and that looks kind of fun. Then I go ahead and take off the heart, and then you can see the shape of the heart with that pattern. I love how that one turned out. It was so much fun. So then I will be bringing in this die set by White Lotus, these stitched rectangle dies. I will use the largest die from that set, and I will die cut that heart out in my Sizzix Big Kick machine, and using some purple tape to hold that die down. So then I will be using my EK Tool scoring board and a piece of heavyweight white cardstock, and I will score that at 5.5 inches for a top folding note card. I've got this stamp set here by My Sentiments Exactly, and it's a Sympathy sentiment stamp set. So I'll use this one down at the very bottom, and I will stamp that in the middle of that heart using some Memento London Fog ink. And this stamp had never been used before, so I went ahead and stamped it down 4 times for a couple of reasons. One, it doesn't get the best impression that first time when it's brand new and has never been used, and I wanted that gray ink to be a little bit darker, so I did it that 4 times to make sure that it was a nice and dark gray that I wanted it to be, because it does dry back into the paper a little bit and soften up as it dries. So here you can see how that looks on top of that heart. I thought the gray went perfectly with it, just it was a little bit more subtle and matched the heart a little bit better. So here I'm using some Helmar liquid adhesive on the back of a piece of craft foam, and I glue that to the back of that heart die cut panel, and then I will put some more of that liquid adhesive on the back of that craft foam, and then I will adhere that down onto the card base. Just wanted to make sure that I have the card base oriented properly so that it would open the right way, and then I go ahead and put that down on there. And when I have finished with that, I will be using some blue and white iridescent gemstones and my wax pencil and some distress collage medium in the matte finish to adhere those down. And that finishes this card. I don't usually make sympathy cards, but I love how this one turned out. It would be perfect for any occasion needing a sympathy card. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye.